2020 has been a bad year for everybody, right? But nobody has experienced that rap more than Ellen DeGeneres. Whether it's from her employees making crazy claims about her, even as going as far as saying that they weren't even allowed to look at her in the eyes when they were on set with her, or to her cringy interviews with Billie Eilish, Dakota Johnson.
Yeah, but I did invite you and you didn't.
Worse, that interview with Mariah Carey, where Ellen forces her to reveal her pregnancy.
All right, well, you don't have to
No,
answer.
that's okay. No, honestly,
you
how
don't
do
have to
I- how
answer
do
me.
I-
Let's just toast with
And
champagne.
then we learned that months later that Mariah actually had a miscarriage after this interview. With all this proof, it's easy to say, you know what? Ellen DeGeneres is a monster, and she always has been a monster. We know Ellen DeGeneres came out as gay back in 1997. But I mean, things really weren't that bad back then. Or were they? Somebody who has recently been the victim of a gay bashing and now has been put into the role of being an activist for gay rights, to look at Ellen DeGeneres and see what the world has been doing to her, I can't help but try to do some more research to see exactly what Ellen went through when she initially first came out. The impact that it really had on our world. Back in 1997, Clinton was president, and he had just recently put in that was the Don't Ask, Don't Tell law, which basically said that if you're in the military, that you didn't have to reveal if you were gay. Actually, scratch that. You weren't supposed to reveal if you were gay. You were actually supposed to hide it entirely from your commander. You were forced to live a lie. Also, the nation, the world, was still recovering from the AIDS epidemic that had demonized really all gay men at this point. Ellen DeGeneres was coming out, but also not just coming out, but also taking a stand to make sure that her character in her hit TV show was also coming out. We have to really think about exactly what this really did for human beings in general. I want to show you two interviews that you probably have never really ever seen before. The first one is an interview that she did with Rosie O'Donnell. Rosie O'Donnell, before she was Donald Trump's nemesis, she actually was a very, very famous talk show host.
Hey, we'll be Ellen when we welcome Ellen. Oh, boy, this was a big deal when Ellen came on the show.
What's so cringeworthy about this episode is that they spend the whole episode talking in a sarcastic way.
We give them a little chocolate-covered treat on the way in.
Wow, can I get one?
You could get one at the commercial. Pretty
Both of them cannot be serious about the topic at all, because if they were to be serious, they both know that there would have been crazy consequences, including show cancellation, which ultimately did happen to Ellen DeGeneres that year later, and also with Rosie O'Donnell when they took off her show as well. She also experienced the same type of backlash that Ellen DeGeneres did when she came out. But watch this interview right here, because very, very slyly, they both, in the same interview, reveal that they are in fact lesbians.
Change people's opinions, basically.
Yeah.
We do find out that the character is Lebanese, and
Lebanese.
yeah. And
Just out of the blue, she just...
no, there have been clues. I mean,
really?
you've seen her eating baba ganoush if you've watched the show at all.
Right, baba ganoush.
And hummus, and
And very slyly, watch Rosie O'Donnell as she, Lord and behold, comes out too.
Be Lebanese myself, I didn't know that.
you know, sometimes that's odd because I pick up sometimes that you might be Lebanese.
Yeah. Well, I think that's great. You know, a lot of networks wouldn't take the risk.
Yeah.
You know, going
Right.
different ethnically with a character like that.
Half of Hollywood is Lebanese.
Really?
Yeah.
People don't know.
No, and
People...
Let me show you one more interview. Watch these questions. If they were to be asked by anybody to anyone in 2020, they would be canceled quicker than you could say Jeffree Star.
Pat Robertson is quoted saying, "I find it hard to believe because she's so popular. She's such an attractive actor."
What the question is that?
It's weird that somebody popular and attractive can be
Gay
gay.
people can't be attractive, seriously? Now this question to me was the most disrespectful question right here. Saying, are you inviting...
Some kids to try it.
Oh no, you better hold me the fuck. Questions were so disrespectful, so unnecessary, and they completely tried to paint Ellen into this awful light. You know, ultimately, she did lose her TV show because of this. And for a while there, she had tried to come back into the mainstream, and then she wasn't able to. But it wasn't until about 2004 that she actually was given a chance with her own TV show. And from there, she was propelled into the Ellen DeGeneres, amazing, almost as big as Oprah star that we know of her as today. We can't take that away from Ellen DeGeneres. Even though right now it may be easy to say that Ellen DeGeneres is just this monster and that she needs to be canceled, we can't forget what this lady did for us. And we have to give it to her because Ellen DeGeneres was probably the only one who could have done what she did in this time. Because if a male would have had tried to do what she did, or a trans woman, or a drag queen, there's no way that they would have been given even the chance that Ellen DeGeneres was given. And because of the fact that she actually took that chance to make our world a better place, She really did make our world a kinder place, because we are all now expected to have the same type of respect for everybody, regardless of their sexual preference. I'm EDM music artist Evans Explosion. If you haven't heard my new song, Life in Hollywood, here's a brief clip of it right now.
Won't save my soul. If I die tomorrow, let Hollywood know I never took no.
You have to give it to Ellen, the fact that she actually answered these questions with such class. I mean, you trust me. If someone would ask me those questions, I'd have been like, what? Discover what it took to film this video and what products were used by clicking on the links in the description of this video.